First contact. The sleek interstellar vessel Cosmic Voyager glided into Earth's orbit, its iridescent hull shimmering in the sunlight. Inside, a diverse group of alien students from across the galaxy fidgeted nervously, their excitement palpable as they prepared for their first encounter with the mysterious planet known as Earth. Professor Zixnax, a tall, willowy being with shimmering blue skin and 4 arms, stood at the front of the passenger bay. His large, multifaceted eyes scanned the assembled students, a mix of species from various advanced civilizations. "Attention, class," he announced, his voice a melodious trill. "We are about to embark on a unique educational opportunity. Earth has recently joined the Galactic Confederation, and we are among the first to participate in this cultural exchange program." A ripple of excited chittering spread through the group. Earth was a subject of much debate and speculation in galactic circles. Its inhabitants, known as humans, were considered primitive by many standards, yet they had achieved space travel and made contact with alien life in a remarkably short time. "Remember," Zixnax continued, "Earth is classified as a Deathworld. Its gravity is higher than most of you are accustomed to, its ecosystem is aggressive, and its inhabitants are resilient. Treat this experience with caution and respect." In the front row, Lure, a young Arthropian with an exoskeleton of shimmering green plates, raised one of her 4 hands. "Professor, is it true that humans engage in physical combat for entertainment?" Zixnax's antennae twitched in amusement. "Indeed, liar. Humans have many customs that may seem strange or even barbaric to us. But remember, we are here to learn, not to judge." As the ship began its descent towards the planet's surface, the students pressed against the viewports, marveling at the swirling blue and green orb below. For many, it was their first time seeing an ocean world up close. "It's so wet," remarked Gloop, a gelatinous Morphean who communicated through subtle color changes and pheromones. "And look at all that green," exclaimed Zara, a Luminian whose bioluminescent skin pulsed with excitement. "I've never seen so much plant life in one place." The Cosmic Voyager touched down on a landing pad outside a sprawling complex of buildings. As the doors hissed open, the alien students were hit by a wall of sensations. The feel of Earth's gravity tugging at their bodies, the scent of unfamiliar flora carried on the breeze, and the sight of a group of humans waiting to greet them. Professor Zixnax led the way, extending his upper right hand in what he hoped was the correct human greeting gesture. A tall human with dark skin and a warm smile stepped forward to meet him. "Welcome to Earth," the human said, her voice rich and melodious. "I'm Dr. Amelia Chen, head of the Interstellar Exchange Program here at Global University. We're thrilled to have you all with us." As the aliens filed out of the ship, many struggling to adjust to the increased gravity, Dr. Chen's team of human assistants began helping with luggage and offering support to those who needed it. Lara, the Arthropian, shitted in surprise as a human effortlessly lifted her heavy trunk. How are you so strong?" she asked, her mandibles clicking in astonishment. The human, a young man with auburn hair and freckles, grinned. "Oh, it's not that heavy. I'm Tom, by the way. I'll be one of your student liaisons during your stay." As the group made their way towards the university buildings, the alien students couldn't help but marvel at their surroundings. The campus was a blend of sleek, modern architecture and carefully preserved natural spaces. Trees of various species lined the pathways, their leaves rustling in the breeze. "Is it always this dynamic here?" asked Zara, her skin flashing with patterns of curiosity and mild anxiety. She flinched as a small winged creature, a bird, she would later learn, swooped overhead. Dr. Chen laughed softly. "Earth's ecosystems are indeed very active. You'll find that life here has adapted to thrive in almost every niche. It's one of the things that makes our planet so unique." As they entered the main building, the aliens were struck by the diversity of the humans they encountered. Skin colors ranged from pale to dark, hair in a variety of hues and textures, and body types that differed significantly from one individual to the next. How do you maintain genetic diversity with only one species? Professor Zixnax inquired, his scientific curiosity piqued. Dr. Chen smiled. That's a fascinating topic we'll cover in your xenobiology classes. Humans have a complex history of migrations, adaptations, and intermingling that has led to our current diversity. The group arrived at a large auditorium where more humans were waiting. Dr. Chen took the stage, her voice carrying easily through the space without any visible amplification technology. Students of Earth and honored guests from the stars, welcome to the first Galactic Exchange Program. Over the next 6 months, you will live, study, and work alongside one another. This is an unprecedented opportunity for cultural exchange and mutual understanding. As Dr. Chen continued her welcome speech, the alien students found their attention drawn to the humans in the audience. Despite their physical differences, there was something captivating about the way they carried themselves, an energy, a vitality that seemed to radiate from within. Gloop, the Morphean, rippled with a pattern that indicated deep thought. They seemed so alive, he communicated to his fellow aliens. More than any species I've encountered before. Zara pulsed in agreement. Yes, and look at how they move. So quick, so sure, even in this gravity that's crushing us. As the speech concluded and the students began to mingle, the aliens found themselves both intrigued and slightly overwhelmed by the humans' enthusiasm. Handshakes, high fives, and hugs were exchanged, sometimes to the alarm of the extraterrestrial visitors. Lur, still marveling at the humans' strength, approached Tom cautiously. Excuse me, but I'm curious. How do you manage to move so easily in this gravity? Tom scratched his head, looking slightly puzzled. Well, I guess we're just used to it. This is normal for us. Though I have to say, I'm pretty excited to try out some low-grav sports with you guys later in the program. As the day progressed and the alien students were shown to their accommodations, each found themselves grappling with a growing realization. Earth and its human inhabitants are far more complex and capable than they had initially assumed. Professor Zixnax, observing his students' reactions, felt a mix of pride and apprehension. This exchange program had the potential to reshape galactic perceptions of humanity. But as he watched a group of humans casually lifting heavy equipment that would challenge even the strongest beings from other worlds, he couldn't help but wonder. What other surprises did this Deathworld and its resilient inhabitants have in store? The first day on Earth was drawing to a close, but for the alien students, their journey of discovery was only beginning. As the sun set, painting the sky in hues they had never seen before, each visitor from the stars felt a growing sense of anticipation. Earth, it seemed, was going to be far more than just another field trip. It was going to be an adventure that would challenge everything they thought they knew about life in the universe. Culture shock. The first week on Earth proved to be a greater challenge than any of the alien students had anticipated. The constant pull of Earth's gravity wore on their bodies, making even the simplest tasks exhausting. But it was the planet's sheer vibrancy, the cacophony of life, the unpredictable weather, the dizzying array of human cultures that truly tested their adaptability. Lara, the Arthropian, found herself struggling the most with Earth's physical demands. Her exoskeleton, perfectly adapted for her low-gravity homeworld, felt crushing under Earth's pull. She watched in awe as her human classmates bounded effortlessly up staircases that left her winded and trembling. One morning, as she laboriously made her way to class, she felt a gentle tap on her shoulder. It was Tom, the freckled human who had helped with her luggage on the first day. "Hey, Lur, you doing okay?" he asked, genuine concern in his eyes. Lur's mandibles clicked in frustration. I don't understand how you do it. Everything here is so heavy, so demanding. How do you manage?" Tom smiled kindly. "It's all about adaptation. Look, why don't you join me and some friends for our morning workout? We've modified some exercises to help our extraterrestrial guests build strength." Hesitantly, Lur agreed. The next morning, she found herself in a spacious gym with a group of humans and fellow aliens. Under Tom's guidance, they began a series of exercises designed to gradually acclimate their bodies to Earth's gravity. As the days passed, Leah felt her strength growing. She still couldn't match the humans' casual ease, but she no longer felt like she was dragging her own weight around campus. Meanwhile, Zara the Luminian was facing a different kind of challenge. Used to communicating primarily through bioluminescent patterns, she found human verbal communication bewildering and inefficient. The constant barrage of spoken words, facial expressions, and body language left her feeling overwhelmed and isolated. During exolinguistics class, Zara's frustration reached a boiling point. Her skin flashed angry red and yellow patterns as she struggled to articulate a complex idea in English. The professor, a kind-eyed woman named Dr. Lakshmi Patel, approached her desk. "Zara, may I suggest something?" she asked gently. When Zara nodded, Dr. Patel continued, "Close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of the words, not just their meaning. Human languages are as much about music as they are about information." Zara did as instructed, and slowly, the harsh jumble of sounds began to take on a melodic quality. She found herself swaying slightly to the rise and fall of Dr. Patel's voice. When she opened her eyes, her skin was pulsing with a soft, curious blue. "That's it," Dr. Patel smiled. "Language is alive, Zara. It dances and flows. Don't try to capture it. Dance with it." From that day forward, Zara approached human communication as a form of art rather than a code to be cracked. She began to appreciate the nuances of tone, the poetry hidden in everyday speech. Though still not fluent, she found a new joy in learning that she hadn't experienced before. Gloop, the Morphean, faced perhaps the strangest challenge of all. Used to a homogeneous society where individual identity was fluid, he struggled to understand human concepts of personal space and privacy. One afternoon, he oozed his way into the campus cafeteria, excited to try the day's special, pizza. As he approached the serving line, he casually extended a pseudopod to sample a slice from a nearby student's plate. The reaction was immediate and bewildering. The student yelped in surprise, other humans turned to stare, and a hush fell over the room. Gloop, mortified, quickly retracted his pseudopod and tried to shrink in on himself. A human student named Aisha, who had been observing the exchange, quickly came to Gloop's rescue. "Hey everyone, it's cool," she called out. "Gloop's still learning about human customs. No harm done, right?" The tension in the room dissipated, replaced by curious murmurs and a few chuckles. Aisha turned to Gloop, her dark eyes twinkling with amusement. "So I'm guessing communal eating is more of a thing where you come from." Gloop rippled with embarrassment. "Among my people, all resources are shared freely. The concept of mine and yours is difficult." Aisha nodded thoughtfully. "I can see how that would be confusing. Tell you what, why don't you join me and my friends for lunch? We can talk about human social norms, and you can try pizza the approved way." As Gloop settled in with Aisha and her diverse group of friends, he found himself fascinated by the complex web of social interactions. Humans, it seemed, had an intricate dance of permissions and boundaries that governed their every interaction. It was baffling, but also strangely beautiful in its complexity. Even Professor Zixnax, for all his preparation, found himself constantly surprised by Earth and its inhabitants. One afternoon, while observing a human sports competition called football, he witnessed something that challenged his understanding of human physiology. A player was tackled, his leg twisting at an angle that made Zixnax wince in sympathy. Surely, he thought, this would end the human's participation. But to his astonishment, after a brief pause and some attention from medical staff, the player stood up and rejoined the game. "Remarkable," Zixnax murmured to Dr. Chen, who was seated next to him. "On my world, such an injury would require weeks of regeneration." Dr. Chen nodded, a hint of pride in her voice. "Humans have an extraordinary capacity for healing and endurance. It's one of the traits that's allowed us to thrive on this Deathworld of ours." As the weeks passed, the alien students found themselves slowly adapting to life on Earth. The gravity still pulled at them, the ecosystem still surprised them, but they were learning to navigate this new world with growing confidence. More than that, they were beginning to see humans in a new light. These creatures, whom many in the galaxy had dismissed as primitive or unremarkable, were revealing depths of resilience, creativity, and adaptability that both impressed and slightly unnerved their extraterrestrial guests. One evening, as the alien students gathered in their common room to discuss their experiences, Leo voiced what many of them had been thinking. "I came here thinking we would be teaching humans about the galaxy, but I'm starting to wonder, what if we're the ones who have the most to learn?" As murmurs of agreement rippled through the group, none of them could have guessed just how prophetic those words would prove to be. For Earth had only begun to reveal its secrets, and humanity's true potential was yet to be fully understood by their galactic visitors. The stage was set for revelations that would shake the very foundations of that interstellar society. And at the heart of it all were these strange, resilient beings called humans who had made their home on a world that by all rights should have defeated them long ago. Hidden strengths. As the exchange program entered its second month, the alien students found themselves settling into a routine. The constant pull of Earth's gravity, while still noticeable, no longer left them exhausted by day's end. They were adapting, slowly but surely, to life on this vibrant, challenging world. However, it was during an unexpected crisis that the true nature of their human hosts would be revealed. The day began like any other. Lur was in the biotechnology lab, marveling at the ingenuity of human genetic engineering. Zara was attending a literature class, her skin pulsing with soft hues of wonder as she listened to the professor recite Earth poetry. Gloop had volunteered for a cooking class, fascinated by the human concept of preparing food for pleasure rather than mere sustenance. It was Professor Zixnax who first noticed something amiss. His sensitive antennae picked up vibrations that seemed out of place. Moments later, the ground began to shake. Alarms blared across the campus as the voice of Dr. Chen came over the communications system. "Attention all students and faculty. We are experiencing a significant seismic event. Please follow emergency protocols and proceed to designated safe zones." Panic erupted among many of the alien students. Their home worlds were geologically stable. The concept of the very ground beneath their feet becoming unstable was terrifying. In the biotechnology lab, Lure froze in fear as equipment crashed around her. Suddenly, she felt a strong hand grasp her upper arm. It was her lab partner, a human named Raj. "Come on," Raj urged, his voice calm despite the chaos. "We need to get under the reinforced table. It's part of our earthquake drill." Earthquake drill. Lur chittered in confusion as Raj guided her to safety. "Yeah, we practice for this kind of thing," Raj explained, helping another student under the table. "California's on a fault line, so we have to be prepared." Lur was astounded. The idea of regularly preparing for planetary instability was foreign to her, yet these humans treated it as a normal part of life. Meanwhile, in the literature classroom, Zara watched in awe as her human classmates sprang into action. They quickly moved desks away from windows, created clear paths to exits, and helped those who were struggling to maintain balance. The human professor, Dr. Eliza Wong, maintained a soothing tone as she directed the evacuation. "Remember your training, everyone. Stay calm, help each other, and move with purpose." Zora's bioluminescence flickered with a mix of fear and admiration. These humans, whom she had sometimes thought of as fragile compared to her own hardy species, were displaying a level of coordinated response she had never witnessed before. In the kitchen classroom, Gluck faced a different kind of danger. As the earthquake intensified, a pot of boiling water tipped over, heading straight for a group of students. Without hesitation, Gloop extended his gelatinous form, absorbing the scalding liquid before it could harm anyone. The human students stared in shock, then broke into grateful cheers. "Quick thinking, Gloop," exclaimed the cooking instructor, Chef Maria. "Now let's get everyone out of here safely." As the campus evacuated, Professor Zixnax found himself at the emergency command center with Dr. Chen and other university officials. He watched in amazement as they coordinated response efforts, dispatched search and rescue teams, and communicated with local authorities. How are you also prepared for this? Zixnax asked, his multiple eyes wide with wonder. Dr. Chen gave him a grim smile. When you live on a world that can shake you off at any moment, you learn to be ready. Humanity has faced countless natural disasters, Professor. Each one has taught us to be stronger, more resilient. As the hours passed, the true scope of the human response became clear. Students and faculty worked alongside professional emergency responders. Those with medical training set up triage centers. Engineering students helped assess structural damage. Even the cafeteria staff mobilized, preparing meals for displaced residents. Leo found herself assisting in a makeshift medical bay, her exoskeleton allowing her to easily move heavy equipment. Zora's bioluminescence proved invaluable for search and rescue efforts in buildings where power had been cut. Gloop's malleable form allowed him to squeeze into tight spaces, locating trapped individuals. The alien students worked tirelessly alongside their human counterparts, marveling at their host's seemingly endless reserves of strength and determination. They witnessed humans pushing past exhaustion, ignoring minor injuries, all in service of helping others. As night fell and the immediate danger passed, the extraterrestrial visitors gathered once again in their common room, each sharing stories of what they had witnessed. I saw a human lift a fallen being that must have weighed as much as they did, Lure recounted, her mandibles clicking in excitement. When I asked how they managed it, they just shrugged and said adrenaline. Zora's skin pulsed with vibrant colors as she spoke. Their capacity for teamwork is unlike anything I've seen. It was as if they could communicate without words, anticipating each other's needs. Gloop rippled thoughtfully. What struck me most was their adaptability. I saw humans repurposing everyday objects into tools, coming up with creative solutions to problems on the spot. Professor Zixnax, who had been quietly listening, finally spoke. I believe we have witnessed something extraordinary today, my students. We came to Earth thinking we would be teaching these primitive humans about advanced galactic society. Instead, they have shown us a level of resilience, ingenuity, and cooperation that I dare say is unmatched in the known universe. A hush fell over the room as the implications of his words sank in. These humans, inhabitants of a world that should by all rights have defeated them, had not only survived but thrived. They had taken the very challenges that made Earth a Deathworld and turned them into strengths. As the alien students retired for the night, each found themselves pondering the same question. If humans could accomplish so much on their hostile homeworld, what might they be capable of among the stars? The earthquake had shaken more than just the ground beneath their feet. It had shaken their perceptions, their assumptions, and perhaps even the very foundations of galactic society itself. For in the face of crisis, humanity had revealed its hidden strengths, and the universe, it seemed, was not quite ready for what that might mean. Shifting perspectives. In the weeks following the earthquake, a noticeable shift occurred among the alien students. Their interactions with humans took on a new dimension, colored by the respect and admiration born from shared adversity. What had begun as a simple cultural exchange was evolving into something far more profound. Lure found herself spending more time in the university's engineering department, fascinated by the ingenuity of human design. One afternoon, she watched in awe as a team of students presented their project, a compact, versatile rescue robot designed to navigate debris in disaster zones. The inspiration came from the earthquake, explained Sophia, the team leader. We realized we needed something that could go where humans and even trained animals couldn't. Lure's mandibles clicked in excitement. The adaptability of this design is remarkable. On my world, we would simply build larger, more powerful machines. Sophia grinned. Sometimes, bigger isn't better. Humans have always had to do more with less. It's kind of our thing. This conversation sparked an idea in Lure's mind. She began collaborating with the engineering team, combining her species' advanced materials science with human creativity. The result was a prototype for an even more efficient rescue drone, one that could potentially save countless lives across the galaxy. Meanwhile, Zara found herself drawn to human art and music. The raw emotion expressed in these forms fascinated her, so different from the mathematical precision of Luminian creative expression. During a visit to a local museum, Zara stood transfixed before a large abstract painting. Her skin rippled with colors mirroring the artwork's vibrant hues. A human docent approached, smiling warmly. "Beautiful, isn't it? The artist created this piece after surviving a natural disaster. It's meant to capture the chaos and hope of that experience." Zara's bioluminescence pulsed with understanding. "It's alive," she whispered. "I can feel the artist's emotions. How is this possible with mere pigments on a surface?" The docent's eyes twinkled. "That's the magic of human art. We pour our souls into our creations and somehow others can feel it too." Inspired, Zara began exploring her own artistic talents, blending Luminian light play with human techniques. Her works quickly gained attention, bridging the gap between alien and human artistic expression in ways never before imagined. Gloop, for his part, became increasingly interested in human social structures. The complexity of human relationships, from close-knit families to sprawling online communities, fascinated him. One day, while observing a group of students engaged in a heated debate about environmental policy, Gloop approached Professor Zixnax. "I don't understand," Gloop bubbled, his form rippling with confusion. "They disagree so strongly, yet they remain friends. On my world, such conflict would result in immediate social separation." Zixnax nodded thoughtfully. "Humans have a remarkable capacity for holding opposing viewpoints without rejecting each other entirely. It's a skill born from millennia of diverse cultures coexisting on a single planet." This realization led Gloop to delve deeper into human sociology and politics. He began to see how humanity's fractious nature, far from being a weakness, had driven innovation and adaptation throughout their history. As the alien students' understanding of humanity deepened, so too did humanity's comprehension of their galactic visitors. The exchange of knowledge flowed both ways, leading to breakthroughs in various fields. In the xenobiology department, human scientists worked alongside alien counterparts to develop new medical treatments that could be applied across species. The physics department buzzed with excitement as human theoretical models were combined with advanced alien mathematics, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of the universe. Even in less academic settings, the impact of this cultural exchange was evident. The university cafeteria now offered dishes from across the galaxy, adapted for human palates. Intergalactic sports leagues were formed, with new games invented to account for the diverse physiologies of the players. Professor Zixnax observed these developments with a mix of pride and trepidation. One evening he confided in Dr. Chen as they watched a sunset from the campus observatory. "I fear we may have underestimated humanity's potential," Zixnax said, his antennae twitching nervously. "The speed at which your people adapt and innovate, it's unprecedented in galactic history." Dr. Chen smiled, her eyes reflecting the fading sunlight. "Is that really something to fear, Professor?" Zixnax was quiet for a moment before responding. "Perhaps not fear, exactly, but it will certainly change things. The balance of power in the galaxy has remained stable for millennia. Humanity's emergence as a major player will undoubtedly cause disruptions. Change can be scary," Dr. Chen acknowledged. "But it can also be an opportunity for growth. Isn't that what science is all about? Pushing boundaries, challenging assumptions." As they continued their discussion, neither noticed Lear, Zara, and Gloop listening from the doorway. The three alien students exchanged glances, each recognizing the weight of the moment. They had come to Earth expecting to study a primitive species on a harsh world. Instead, they had discovered a wellspring of potential that could reshape the very fabric of galactic society. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and purple, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Humanity was poised on the brink of a new era, ready to take its place among the stars. And for better or worse, the universe would never be the same. The alien students retired to their quarters that night, their minds buzzing with possibilities. They had witnessed firsthand the hidden strengths of humanity, and now they couldn't help but wonder, what other secrets did this remarkable species hold? And how would the revelation of those secrets change the course of galactic history? As Sleek claimed them, each dreamed of a future where the boundaries between species blurred, where the combined strengths of humanity and alien races created a universe of endless potential. The stage was set for the next phase of their journey, one that would have far-reaching consequences for Earth and the galaxy beyond. Galactic implications. As the exchange program entered its final months, news of humanity's rapid advancements and unique capabilities began to spread throughout the galactic community. The seemingly insignificant blue planet, once dismissed as a primitive backwater, was now the subject of intense interest and growing concern among the established powers of the cosmos. On the distant planet Thorax, home to the Galactic Council, an emergency session was called. Representatives from hundreds of advanced civilizations gathered in the Great Crystal Dome, their varied forms a testament to the diversity of life in the universe. High Counselor Vexthor, a being of pure energy contained within an ornate mechanical shell, called the session to order. Esteemed colleagues, their voice resonated through the chamber. We face an unprecedented situation. The humans of Earth have progressed at a rate that defies all known models of societal advancement. Murmurs rippled through the assembly. A reptilian delegate from the Draconis Federation rose to speak. Surely this is an exaggeration. How could a species confined to a single world pose any significant impact on galactic affairs? Before Vexthor could respond, a holographic projection flickered to life in the center of the chamber. It displayed a series of data points and images showcasing humanity's recent achievements, the integration of alien technologies with human innovation, breakthroughs in interdimensional physics, and the rapid adaptation of Earth's biosphere to support extraterrestrial life. The chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. These were not the accomplishments of a fledgling species, but of a civilization poised to become a major player on the galactic stage. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the alien students found themselves at the center of a whirlwind of activity. Their unique perspectives and experiences with humans had made them invaluable assets in the growing field of interspecies relations. Lur, now working closely with human engineers, had helped develop a new type of adaptive exoskeleton. This breakthrough technology promised to revolutionize space exploration, allowing beings from low-gravity worlds to operate freely in a variety of environments. It's amazing, Lur chittered excitedly to a group of reporters. By combining human ergonomics with my people's biomechanical knowledge, we've created something neither of us could have achieved alone. Zara had become something of a cultural sensation. Her art installations, which blended Luminian light manipulation with human emotional expressionism, were drawing crowds from across the globe and beyond. Museums on distant worlds were clamoring for exhibitions. During the opening of her latest show, Zara's skin pulsed with a rainbow of emotions. Human creativity has unlocked something within me, she explained to her rapt audience. It's as if their passion has ignited a new spectrum of expression I never knew existed. Gloop, having immersed himself in human social dynamics, had become a key advisor in the newly formed Department of Galactic Diplomacy. His unique perspective on collective consciousness, combined with his understanding of human individuality, was proving invaluable in navigating the complex waters of interstellar politics. Humans have a remarkable ability to form connections while maintaining their distinct identities, Gloop burbled during a diplomatic briefing. This quality may well be the key to fostering lasting peace among diverse galactic cultures. As Earth buzzed with progress and innovation, Professor Zixnax found himself increasingly sought after by both human and alien media. His initial concerns about humanity's rapid advancement had evolved into cautious optimism. During a global broadcast, Zixnax addressed the billions watching from Earth and beyond. "What we are witnessing is nothing short of a paradigm shift in galactic civilization," he declared, his multiple eyes gleaming with excitement. "Humanity's unique evolutionary path on their challenging homeworld has forged a species of unparalleled adaptability and drive. Their potential to contribute to the greater galactic community is limitless." But not all reactions to humanity's meteoric rise were positive. On worlds across the galaxy, concerns were growing. Ancient powers that had held sway for millennia saw their positions threatened by this upstart species from a backwater solar system. In the shadows of the Galactic Council chamber, alliances were forming and plots were being hatched. Some sought to contain humanity's influence, others to exploit it, and a few even advocated for more drastic measures. High Counselor Vexthor, sensing the growing tensions, made a fateful decision. "We must see for ourselves what humanity is truly capable of," they announced to the Council. "I propose a formal delegation be sent to Earth, not just to observe, but to put humanity to the test." The motion passed, and preparations began for the most significant diplomatic mission in recent galactic history. The fate of Earth, and perhaps the entire galaxy, hung in the balance. Back on Earth, blissfully unaware of the political storm brewing among the stars, humanity continued to push the boundaries of what was possible. New technologies were emerging daily, from gravity manipulation devices to prototype faster-than-light engines. In universities and research labs across the globe, humans worked side by side with their alien counterparts, breaking down barriers of biology and culture in pursuit of knowledge. The spirit of cooperation that had begun with a simple student exchange program had blossomed into a renaissance of galactic proportions. As the sun set on another day of unprecedented progress, Dr. Chen stood with Professor Zixnax on the roof of the Global University's main building. The sky was ablaze with the lights of orbiting stations and visiting alien craft, a testament to how much had changed in so short a time. "Do you think we're ready?" Dr. Chen asked, her voice tinged with both excitement and apprehension. "Ready for whatever the galaxy has in store for us." Professor Zixnax was quiet for a long moment, his antennae waving gently in the evening breeze. Finally, he turned to his human colleague, all four of his eyes blinking in sequence. "Ready or not," he said softly, "humanity has already changed the course of galactic history. The question now is not whether you're ready for the galaxy, but whether the galaxy is ready for you." As if in response to his words, a bright streak of light blazed across the darkening sky, a new ship entering Earth's atmosphere. The Galactic Council's delegation had arrived, and with them, the dawn of a new era for humanity and the universe itself. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the future of not just Earth, but the entire galactic community. And at the heart of it all stood humanity, a species forged in the crucible of a Deathworld, now poised to redefine what was possible among the stars. Embracing humanity, the arrival of the Galactic Council's delegation marked a pivotal moment in Earth's history. As their sleek, otherworldly vessel descended through the atmosphere, humans and resident aliens alike watched with a mixture of awe and trepidation. The future of humanity's place in the cosmic order hung in the balance. The delegation, led by High Counselor Vexthor, was greeted with all the pomp and ceremony Earth could muster. A coalition of world leaders, alongside prominent figures from the scientific and diplomatic communities, assembled to welcome them. Dr. Chen and Professor Zixnax stood at the forefront, serving as bridges between humanity and the galactic representatives. As Vexthor emerged from their ship, their mechanical shell gleaming in the sunlight, an expectant hush fell over the gathered crowd. The High Counselor's voice, a harmonic blend of tones, rang out across the assembly. "People of Earth," Vexthor intoned, "we come to witness firsthand the remarkable progress your world has achieved. Your potential has not gone unnoticed, but with great power comes great responsibility. We are here to determine if humanity is ready to take its place as a full member of the galactic community." What followed was a week of intense scrutiny. The delegation toured research facilities, observed cultural exchanges, and engaged in deep discussions with leaders from every field. They witnessed the fusion of human ingenuity with alien technologies, saw the adaptive strategies that allowed Earth to support a diverse range of extraterrestrial life, and observed the unique problem-solving approaches that had become humanity's hallmark. Lura, Zara, and Gloop found themselves acting as unofficial ambassadors, their experiences providing valuable context to the delegation. They spoke of humanity's resilience, creativity, and unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. On the final day of the delegation's visit, a global broadcast was announced. Billions across Earth and countless more throughout the galaxy tuned in, eager to learn humanity's fate. High Counselor Vexthor stood before a mixed audience of humans and aliens, their mechanical forms somehow conveying a sense of gravitas. People of Earth and citizens of the galaxy, we have reached a decision. A tense silence fell over the planet. Humanity, Vexthor continued, has demonstrated capabilities that exceed all expectations. Your adaptability, your drive to explore and understand, your capacity for cooperation in the face of diversity. These are qualities that will usher in a new era of galactic prosperity. Cheers erupted around the world, but Vexthor raised a metallic appendage for silence. However, with this recognition comes a challenge. Humanity's rapid advancement has caused concern among some members of the galactic community. To allay these fears and prove your readiness, we propose a test. Dr. Chen stepped forward, her voice steady despite the weight of the moment. We accept your challenge, High Counselor. What would you ask of us? Vexthor's form seemed to pulse with energy. There is a crisis brewing on the outer rim of the galaxy. A star system on the brink of collapse, its inhabitants facing extinction. Many have tried to help, but the complexities of the situation have proven insurmountable. This is humanity's chance to prove its worth. Save this system, and you will have earned your place among the stars. The challenge was daunting, but humanity's response was immediate and resounding. Within days, a coalition was formed, bringing together the brightest minds from Earth and its alien allies. The exchange students, their program officially over, chose to stay, committed to seeing this new chapter of human history unfold. Lara's expertise in adaptive technologies proved crucial in developing solutions for the varied environments of the dying star system. Zora's artistic sensibilities, combined with her understanding of light manipulation, led to breakthroughs in energy conservation and distribution. Gloop's grasp of collective problem-solving helped coordinate the massive multi-species effort. Months passed as Earth poured its resources and creativity into the mission. The whole planet held its breath as the rescue fleet, a testament to human-alien cooperation, departed for the outer rim. What transpired in that distant star system would become the stuff of legend. Human adaptability, combined with alien knowledge, achieved the impossible. Through a combination of cutting-edge technology, creative problem-solving, and sheer determination, the inhabitants of the dying worlds were saved. More than that, the star system itself was stabilized, transformed from a death trap into a thriving hub of interstellar activity. As news of the success spread, the galaxy's perception of humanity underwent a seismic shift. The species that had emerged from a Deathworld was no longer seen as a potential threat, but as a valuable ally in facing the universe's greatest challenges. In a ceremony that was broadcast across the cosmos, Earth was formally inducted into the Galactic Council. Human representatives took their place alongside ancient alien civilizations, ready to contribute their unique perspective to cosmic affairs. As the ceremony concluded, Professor Zixnax found himself standing with Leah, Zara, and Gloop, watching as humans and aliens mingled freely, sharing ideas and forging new connections. When we first arrived on Earth, Zixnax mused, his antennae waving gently. I thought we were here to study a primitive species on a harsh world. Instead, we discovered the key to the galaxy's future. Lur clicked her mandibles in agreement. Humans taught us that strength isn't just about physical power or advanced technology. It's about the will to face challenges head-on, to adapt, to cooperate. Zora's skin rippled with vibrant colors. They showed us that diversity isn't a weakness to be overcome, but a strength to be celebrated. Every difference is a new perspective, a new solution waiting to be discovered. Gluck burbled thoughtfully. Perhaps that is humanity's greatest gift to the galaxy. Not their technology or their strength, but their ability to bring out the best in others, to forge connections where none existed before. As they watched the celebration unfold, each of them felt a profound sense of gratitude. They had come to Earth as teachers, but would leave as students, forever changed by their encounter with humanity. And as for humanity itself, they stood on the threshold of a new era, ready to carry the lessons of their harsh homeworld to the stars. The Deathworld that had forged them had become the crucible of a new galactic age, one of cooperation, innovation, and boundless possibility. The story of humanity's rise from obscurity to cosmic significance would be told for generations to come. But for those who had witnessed it firsthand, both human and alien alike, it would always be remembered as a testament to the extraordinary potential that can emerge from even the most challenging of circumstances. As the Earth turned beneath a sky, now filled with the promise of endless exploration, one thing was certain: the galaxy would never be the same again, and that, perhaps, was humanity's greatest achievement of all.